So I went here yesterday and I went to custom lists and I did these.
You made the lists in B2B. So if you click on the business database, then go to find your audience, you'll see it in the find your audience. So click on the business, then go to the find your audience in the center. You're trying to do the business professionals, it looked like. So what you want to do is go back to the white label agency for Avocadata, which was the purple page you were on, and then go backend agency URL, so the agency.avocadata.com. For the custom databases, click marketplace and then go to custom list. And one thing I want to point out is in that marketplace section, there's custom lists, there's data store, and there's payable links. So these custom lists are searchable by the list type that you did the filter in. Type business professional. So now you will only find these in the business professional database. But if you wanted to do the same thing for business professionals, you would click add custom list. Then before you name it, let's go to database, third row drop down, and then you select the database you want to make the custom list off of. So business professionals would be this instance. And then you do the same thing again, just this is just a little bit of a different format. But I want to point out two other things that are important. If you see where Payable Links is on the bottom left, if you click that, you can quickly sell someone a database. So if you click add payment link, and let's say you uploaded, let's say you found high quality age solar leads from a vendor, right? 30 days old, you love this guy, he provides really good info. You could upload that database, and then when you name it, you can actually sell the whole database to someone as one way to get paid. Then they don't have to go through the system. They can just export everything. And second is data store. So custom lists is going to have an option to move it to a data store. This will allow the users to search through custom lists in one search filter. So remember how you did the database type business professionals? Basically, you can recategorize them as business professionals into your own clusters of databases. So if you want to put 25 database custom filters together, so that way a person can look through all the custom lists in 25 databases, you would be able to click create a data store, select a table just like custom lists, and pre-build a custom list to sell to someone directly. So now if you want to make a database of just lawyers, you can make this a sub-filter, you can put a picture of the product, and someone will be able to pay you directly for this. And when they buy this, they'll be able to access it in the data store in your white label. I want to show you my screen one quick second because I want that product to make sense. So basically, this is where those data store products will end up. You'll have another URL that you can do store.yourdomain.com. And now all these products people can buy directly. So category, subcategory, and this filter for the custom list will be all the way at the top of the page. So now someone can the custom list, and then this will be your data store. So people can check out and shop and buy the list directly. So instead of them paying, let's say, $2.99 a month for a plan, they can buy 54,000 credits, which would be equal to, let's say, one of these lists. And then they can just load it up immediately and download or filter it, and it's a custom plan for them. But then your opportunity comes where, hey, you don't want more data? No worries. Would you like us to host the data in this filter platform for $29 a month? And now you can end up, you get almost like a setup fee, which isn't a setup fee, but it seems like it is, but it doesn't feel like it. Let's get back to your screen and then the marketplace custom list. I just wanted to make sure I explained those three things are basically the same thing. It's just different ways to get paid for it.
Okay, I appreciate that.
So let's exit out of this and let's go back to custom list on the left side, right above data store. How should I filter healthcare? Well, some people are smart enough to realize, well, those are postal codes in Michigan, but we'll worry about that later. But yeah, if you hit add custom list, you can pre-build it any way you want. Like that Santos list was case managers that work at a specific hospital in those specific zip codes. Like that's how specific he got. You can see there's only 536 people in that list, but I helped him pre-build that list because someone was paying him $500 for it. So instead of it took us about an hour, honestly, to go through and figure out the research of what was the best filters. And you'll see like how we did hospitals, healthcare, then hospitals, patient job title, then case managers as the job title. This was probably the most intensive filtering I've ever done, and I'll post a video on it. But this is where extra revenue comes in for you, because it's like, hey, it's this price, but if you want me to do all this extensive work, you can just pay an extra $300-$400. Like I just did that. Like our $500 plan, I have someone paying us $1,500 a month right now because he wants me to spend a couple hours filtering out the data after I download it to make it a little bit more clean. Which, for an extra 2 hours for the same $500 price, he's now paying us an extra $500 an hour technically. So these are all opportunities, like showing people how to do it, letting people have their own panic attack, and saying, hey, Sarah, can I just pay you to do it?
Right. No, I get it. Yeah, because it can be overwhelming. I mean, because even myself, when I go through it, I'm like, which way to do it. But then I know I have to play around with it in order for me to be better at doing it. So I do have a question though, now that when we're on this and it says business professionals, because I know under mine, of course, it has the business professionals, but under the business professionals, I can only stay in the lane of finding roofing.
No. So let's go back to your IQ data dashboard.
Okay.
So business professionals, if you look on the left, let me share my screen quickly.
Okay.
Because I only have about 10 minutes, but
no problem.
I'm going to go through kind of the logic about what we did on that other list.
Okay.
So this woman, this team, I should say, she had a very unique request. I am looking for people that would be in contact with people exiting hospital.
Okay.
And even when the conversation started, I was like, I know we can do it. This is probably going to take some time to figure out. First thing I tried figuring out, what is the largest hospital company in Troy, Michigan, right? I did some research. Okay, what are some hospitals? And I found HSU or something. It was like the largest hospitals. So I decided to find what company is really big that we know there would definitely be people in. So Henry Ford. So actually Henry Ford's going to not bring me. And I'm just saying MED, MED, just in case if someone typed it in wrong. I'm just trying to get an idea of one thing. What industry are these businesses categorized as? So we found the right business, and what I do Command F real quick to just look at the company name. So we have there. So now I'm going to go do Command F again, company industry. And unfortunately for me, they did not provide anything useful. So just type in HSU. I feel like that's what it was called. This is how I did it before. I looked at a map. So I'll go to company state, Michigan. So I'm doing the company state. The person doesn't matter, because if I'm a consumer, if I'm in the hospital, I'm a patient, I probably went to a hospital locally. So company city would be what we're looking for, or company state. So I put in company name as hospital and company state, Michigan. What I'm going to do quickly is just look at the company name. Does it make sense? Okay, it makes sense. And then I'm going to go to company industry. Hospitals and healthcare was actually an industry we did not use originally.
Oh, okay.
And I just discovered a new industry we can use. Originally, I used healthcare facilities. So they're the hospital system we can look at. I'm going to see, okay, I have 1,376 in Michigan. So what I did was I removed the state, because I want to just get an idea of, broadly speaking, what job titles are there, because there's a good possibility people have job titles and not the industry correctly. I'm looking pediatrician. None of these are case managers. Now I'm just doing some research, right? Case manager. And the client helped me figure this out too. They knew the job titles. So here we see case manager, blah, 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 blah. And then there's some other industries. What I'm going to do again is I'm going to remove the industry, because now I want to see, do case managers fall under any other industry possibly? No, I'm just looking for patterns.
Yeah.
So maybe patient care, right? Or patient. That was one of the categories we found. But there's a lot of, like you were saying, and even now I'm still learning new ways of doing it. So this was the exact list you would have been looking for technically, because these are the people that are dealing with the discharge of a patient.
Right.
Or even discharge specialists, right? Type in discharge and leave the company industry as hospitals. So there's 48 people that have a job title as discharge planner in the industry, hospital, and healthcare. But this is going off a LinkedIn title. So sometimes different, at least when I worked for a company, they made me make my LinkedIn job title something very standard. But now those are also separate data store products you can make. Maybe make them mold, filter them all, make them $99, or buy all 6 of them for $500.
Okay, no, that makes sense. I went ahead and I did find the people as well, because I was doing the roofing and then I was also finding people. I did find a list, and my question is I have remaining credits. It says 27,207. So is that 27,000 for the rest of the month? I'm on my white label.
So you have 500,000 leads that go to your white label, then your white label can assign leads to any of the users. So you would be able to take the 500,000 leads from your white label and assign them to your sub account that is here. So you are actually giving this account 27,000 leads. So if you go back to the white label, you would be able to, let's close that marketplace and then click on CRM and go to customers. The Sarah Torres, you can scroll over to the other side. You see the credits that are there. So if you go and click the people icon, and then you can just click the plan and just re-add a new plan to you, and it will add credits. So you can't directly add credits, but you can re-add a plan, which then re-adds credits. So if you subscribe, they'll move them to you. Yeah.
Okay. I get that.
From the 500,000 balance in total.
Okay, so then how many would you say? Because I think I kind of got overexcited because I was getting into my groove yesterday. How many should I be extracting then? Because what I did is I extracted, like, sometimes it would be 5,000, because depending on how many there were, and I think at some I even did 10,000, and I don't know if that's just too much.
So there's a few situations, right? If someone, like, we sell 129 and they get 10,000 credits, but self-serve, right? They have to download it themselves. Don't worry about the credits you spent just now. I'll make sure it's going to stay at 500,000, so that way we can get you some customers and you don't have to worry, because then you can still do some experimenting and not have to worry about that balance. But I found the sweet spot is 129 for us.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to take any sales less than 129, because we have our monthly revenue we have to meet. But if you're an individual, there's definitely options for 1,000 a month at $49. Though there's all these plans are available. But if you were going to pull the data for somebody, I would charge a flat at least $300 minimum if you're going to be the one taking the 10,000 records out for them. But that's more like a custom service, right? Like,
okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, because that was my only thing, because I think where it went is because I didn't realize what I needed to do on moving them over, because I had did my list, and then so they do get emailed over to my personal account. How do I put them back into the system?
So what do you mean?
So I was getting them emailed to me. So when I was making the list after when I would, like, look for roofing or whatever and say I found 100, and then I would go and I would buy and save the list, then it would get emailed to me, and I didn't know what I was supposed to do with them there.
In this instance, you're logged in as a customer of yourself. So pretend you're another user that paid you. They would then do the same thing. It would email directly to them. So then so then you're not forwarding anything. If they paid you, they can log in, and then they'll get the email from you of the leads after they click the save button directly.
Oh, so I shouldn't be buying them?
You can if you want. If you're doing it yourself and people are paying, like, hey, I don't want to do it myself, do it for me. And then you're like, okay, cool, $500. And most people are like, sure, okay. Because they have money in their pocket because they're so willing to spend it to pay you to do it.
Okay, so I get it now. I I thought I was supposed to go in here and do them all and then download them and then put them back into, like the store. So
no, so it's already in the system. You don't have to worry about it. The store is like the store. You can make products from these products, and the store also lets you upload any amount of data that isn't in the system.
Oh, okay. Well, then I do have some other ones that I need to download, because I have some construction ones. I have over 1,500 for construction. So
no, I don't worry about re-uploading them. I'll just add. Just tell me what credits. I'll just add whatever credits we need to, because it's going to be. You're just spending extra time. You could just refilter those same filters you did in your agency white label, and then make it as a data store product or a custom list, and then it's already pre-filtered and people can just pay you for that filter over and over again.
Well, no, these were ones that I had from Apollo.
Oh,
because
oh, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
using
yeah.
them. So
Yeah, that's the whole point of the system is that you consolidate all the data and then you can enrich it together. I mean, you know what
yeah,
clay is, right?
I'm sorry,
Do you know what clay is?
clay?
Okay, so long story about that. You can look at it. It's very expensive, but ideally that's what we're creating, but more of like a grassroots approach, not bringing Apollo and all these other guys that all have the same stuff over and over again, but
Okay.
doing it with real consumers that actually use the data and have real feedback on it and be like, hey, this is what was positive, this is what was negative. So if you buy this, this is the experience you can expect. And if you want to enrich it, this is the, like you're selling something that is damaged almost. Still has value.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay. No, that's perfect. I totally understand now. So I got a full thing of it. So thank you again. I so appreciate it. Everything.
100%. 100%. And your video that you did was great.
Was it okay?
I mean, the way you go about it, yeah. So I would say just keep doing those videos, like how we just did the filter. So like what I would show is how do you find newly registered businesses, blah, 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 blah. I would then show this dashboard. And then I would go to the back end and then show, but if you have difficulty, well, look, we have this that we can do it just for you. So even if this like intimidates you, we have a solution for everybody. And that was kind of the idea. So now the people who are like, oh crap, I don't want to do this, you also show them, hey, we can do it for you all in one. And that leads into people asking you to do it that you can charge them for.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Well, perfect. Well, thank you again. I do appreciate it.
No,
It really
definitely.